to the weather forecast, today is gonna be that kind of day, and I already feel the sun. And today I chose a bright color, by the way, a color that signifies sunshine, brightness, because why not? It's a sunny side. I tried to tone it down with some black, but you know how they say black and yellow, black and yellow, black and yellow. It's a new week on the sunny side of life, and today is the 12th day in the month of January 2026. I'm excited to share this space with you, having philosophical, ethical, and thought-provoking discussions. Today will not be any different. My name is Denise Dennis Worlu, and this is the sunny side of your number one talk station, 92.3 Nigeria Info FM. How you doing today? How's your mind? How's your body? And of course, how is your soul? Hope you had an eventful weekend like some of us did have, because I saw some moves when we were getting into the weekend. Some of us had a restful weekend. Some of us had to show up at some family gatherings, birthdays, weddings, you name it. But it's back to why we are here. The hustle. I don't like to use the word hustle because every time I hear hustle, all I think is suffering. I think I would prefer back to our career paths, back to our businesses. Now, every Monday on the sunny side, you know, we have conversations centered around business, career, and the workplace. And today, there's something called the survivalist dilemma. Is a side hustle during office hours ethical? Think deeply about it. You don't have to answer immediately. I have a guest with me. I'll be introducing him by saying that you should go on our social media handles. On X, we're at Nigeria Info PH. Our Facebook page remains Nigeria Info 92.3 PH. Go there, watch us live, but most importantly, be a part of the conversation by dropping your comments in the comment section. You can tweet your response on X and on Facebook. The comment section is right there. And feel free to share and have others join. Remember, whether you're in River State or in this part of the South or not, you can listen to us live from anywhere in the world. All you have to do is download our mobile app from your app store, the Nigeria Info FM mobile app, or from your Google Play Store. Select Port Harcourt and listen from anywhere in the world. You can also use our website, nigeriainfo.fm, and be a part of it. I love it when we're having conversations in Port Harcourt and somebody says, "Hi Denise, I'm so and so. I'm calling from Abuja. Hi Denise, I'm so and so. I'm calling from Turkey, Istanbul, from Dubai, from wherever," because you can carry us wherever you go. That being said, when you are at your desk, for those of you who do, I have a desk here, by the way, and this is my office. Using the office Wi-Fi to close a deal for your own personal business. When you do that, do you consider yourself a smart hustler, or are you compromising your integrity? When you use your office printer to print flyers for your personal business, maybe because nobody is watching, do you think that you are doing a smart something? And don't get me wrong, in an economy that's pushing you to the limit, does the social contract with your boss still hold water? In the current Nigerian economy, let's be honest, the side hustler is no longer a luxury. In fact, if you have just one stream of income, now you do yourself. Don't call me on my phone. This is a father. Find me urgent 2K. I'm not going to answer you because I'm still looking for urgent 2K myself. That aside, it's a survival strategy for many of us. However, this creates a philosophical and ethical clash between employee loyalty and personal survival. Is it stealing time from an employer who might be underpaying you, or is it a justifiable response to an economic reality? You don't have to answer yet. But then if you go on social media, this is the question you will find, and you can start dropping your comments on X, on Facebook, and on WhatsApp. Our WhatsApp number is 0809-030-6416. Again, 0809-030-6416. Is a side hustle during office hours a necessity or a moral theft? I have the one and only point man. If there's any other point man in the world, that point man is I don't know. Is have you trademarked that name, by the way?
Oh, unfortunately, I haven't done so.
You should though, because there's only one man here that points us in the right direction. Point man Carl Orakwe, who happens to be our programs manager right here on 92.3 Nigeria. A man of many parts, you might have heard him on sports, but then he does a lot of things. How you doing? He does a lot of side hustle.
Is that right?
Yes. I hear from the grapevine that you do have your hands in some other things apart from what you do.
Well, they say we should multitask, don't we?
Right, okay. Right. Welcome. Thank you for joining me on this conversation. And it's a good thing because you've been in this industry for a very, very long time. You've done private service, and of course you've also been in the service. So this story I'm about to share, it's not going to be new to you. Oftentimes when we've had to go and do things at any of the ministries or the government parastatals, any of these offices, in short, let me just put it out there, secretariats. Anytime you have to, or immigration, you would always find someone who is not at their desks, because they probably came with a car that had jewelry, lace, anything you can, shoes and bags, and they are beckoning on you. Mr. Car, come by. Mr. Car, see this one. They are not any different from those people that go and say, araha, Sunday look, Sunday buy, take it, buy it, now your size. See as it fits you, see as it mark your body. They're not any different. But then again, they do it during work time. I also find it somehow that I walk into a government office and I see on someone's table things that are displayed. And they make me, that came to do something different, take a look at what they are selling.
And sometimes they try to condition you. They don't pressure you, but sometimes they try to condition you that you buy one so that service will be smooth for what you came for. Service will be
smooth for what you came for. And I'm like, this is not why we are here. This is what I came for. And then, of course, in private practice, there are some people that do that, especially when you have unlimited access to the internet at the workplace. It's not an anomaly for you to find some staff members who use company property to do their personal stuff. The arguments for and against are a lot, but let me start with your perception, and then we move on to other questions.
Well, for me, I'll first of all say, I think it's all shades of wrong.
Okay.
To come to work, and rather than do what it is you're being paid for, you start doing something else. For those who are selling stuff. Now, aside it just being all shades of wrong, look at it. It's chaos. This is supposed to be a place, maybe it's electricity. That's what we vend here. Or that's what we sell here. Okay. But I come into that place that's supposed to look like a corporate environment. And I am seeing that perhaps there's Gary, or there's even some yam, some corner, because one of the staff there is selling yam. One of the staff there is selling Gary. You look at it, perhaps there's nothing wrong in it. Perhaps it's jewelry, like you just mentioned. That seemingly is not disruptive enough. But placing it on the desk and placing it there, it takes away from the aesthetics of that environment, what that place was supposed to be like. And all. Now, you also mentioned something, skipping to the one for selling, and also forget all that, for an employer who is underpaying you. The contract, the appointment is usually clear. If the appointment or the contract states this is what you do for so and so, you accept it, I don't think you have the right to now, within that same confines or the time you're supposed to use to be doing whatever, to now start doing something else of your own. Because after all, how much do they pay me? If man no hustle, man no go make up for this country. You need extra hustle. I agree, you need the extra hustle. I had some friends, I've got relatives and friends who stay outside the country. There are certain times when you call them, they don't take the calls. Then when they return, they go, no, they not tell you, I was on duty.
Yeah.
I was on duty. So you see, the time for your employer, while on duty, they give the time to their employer. While on their shift, they give the time to the employer. You will not know this, but in the first instance of this establishment here, phones were not allowed into for broadcasters, phones were not allowed into the studio. Do you know why?
I experienced that.
Yes, okay, you experienced that also.
Yes.
Okay, good. Now, if your shift is 4 hours, that 4 hours, you should be dedicated to the work. You should focus, pay attention to what is. When you're done, you can now pay attention to any otherness. If your shift is 3 hours, if your shift is 5 hours, pay attention. Maybe when you take a break, because there are also rooms for break,
Yeah.
you could go perhaps look at your phone. Is there any missed messages or missed calls that I have to return? So I think it's all shades of wrong when you have already signed up. Think about this. If this is your personal business, maybe you are not there. You have put somebody as the manager of. I'll bring it down to the person that is managing your recharge card business, your recharge card store. But when you go out, this girl has brought her own, or this guy has brought his own lace and damask that is selling, and is no longer paying attention to doing the business for which you paid the rent for and which you're paying taxes for that building. The person is now doing. It's all shades of wrong.
Mr. Cow, does an employer own your brain for 8 hours? It depends. 9 to 5.
Depends on
it depends,
your
yeah.
time of
yeah.
work.
Or just your output.
It owns you for that time. You have committed. You're saying your presence there. So long as you are told that you have to produce 10 rolls of bread or 10,
And you do it in 1 hour.
and you do it in 1 hour.
What
So
happens to 7 hours?
for the remaining 7 hours? Well, I think you guys have to rework how you work, because no wahala. If you are thinking, or maybe perhaps you're on the phone, you see, the person will pass and ignore you. Do you know why? The expected rolls of bread are already there. So there'll be no wahala. But think about it. If you're supposed to, within these 5 hours when you're on duty, to produce 20 rolls of bread, and I instead see you fiddling with your phone, and we do not have that expected amount of bread, I'll have a problem. So you see, I will not ignore, but I'm just thinking they might ignore. But you see, when you ignore that, the person, first of all, is fiddling with the phone. Next time, the person will come. It's a bakery. The person will now come with a laptop. The person will now start doing some small business, doing maybe technical and stuff like that. The next thing I will not know, the person also too might come with damask. You see, they say,
It's like you like damask.
from
So
clap, now they take the enter dance. You give an inch, eventually inches will be taken. So I think we have to make it quite clear. The workspace is for so and so and so and so and so, and this is what you should be doing at this point in time, not for you to be doing any other business. But nobody, I would say this, speaking for myself, I might ignore if what you're doing, it's not constituting a nuisance, it's not defacing the environment or changing the aesthetics of that place. I might ignore if you have produced. So answering your question, so I will ignore. But you see, I will not do so officially. I will not come and say, "Hey, Dennis, I hail you. Oh, this that's maybe hailing your side hustle." I will never say. Do you know why? Because the day I sit interferes with us, I'll be able to say it then and say, "Look, that's not what we are here for." So I will ignore so long as you have productivity is not affected.
0817-923-0002. And we have 0817-923-0003. Once again, this time slowly, 0817-923-0002 and 0817-923-0003. Remember, the WhatsApp and Telegram number is 0809-030-6416. Moving on, let me ask this question, and I say this because a lot of people have weaponized incompetence. There is this phenomenon in Nigeria. It's called quiet quitting. Are people doing just enough to not get fired while building their own empires? And then when they are done building, they say, in short, and it's you people like. When you tell them don't come to work, I beg me, I've already.
Now you understand why sometimes it seems some employers are wicked. But I'm not justifying being wicked, that kind of a thing. Because sometimes some employers are very watchful. Is this person actually giving me his or her all, doing what needs to be done, or just doing enough just to hover while secretly or just, by the side, setting up his or her own, business, or pushing or advancing his own cause? Well, yes, I work for you. I have decided, I have signed up and said, I'm going to do this for you. Do I produce? See what I usually say for employer, if you're not satisfied with the output, fire that person. Do not tolerate, And for yourself, if you're not satisfied with the conditions, quit. Do not manage if that's the thing. Because if you're managing and you're now saying, I will not do, but that's what it is. So if you're there, do what's expected of you, but if you cannot, you better leave. That's what I'll say.
Njoko Chinedu Augustine on WhatsApp says side hustling during office hours is totally wrong. Divided attention will always pose a decline in productivity. For effective discharge of